How's it going, everybody? Another weekend here at the house. A little bit of a slow start this weekend, but I'm getting ready to get started on disassembling the 300 donor car. I've already started doing a little bit because I had a guy come by yesterday and picked up the door panels. And so I got the back seat already out. I got the passenger seat out and the right front fender. So it wasn't too bad. Take the fender off. I'm going to take the upper radiator core support and take it off as all one unit. Because the game plan is to pull the motor and tranny out forwards in one shot. So all this unbolts. So I'm going to do that. Like I said, I already started taking some stuff off. Here's the right front fender. Passenger seat. I've kind of got them sitting in the Lark right now. I'm kind of getting a thing in my mind how things are going to fit. So I just kind of put the seat up on wood blocks, try to emulate where it would be at. Now the seat is up 2 inches because these seats can go up and down because they're automatic. So it will come down another 2 inches. So I believe the seats are going to work fine. The back seat actually surprised me. The bottom part is going to fit fine. The back part of the seat, I'm actually going to have to cut into the fender wheel a little bit, about 1.5 inches on each side, and then both of those will fit in and drop down where they're supposed to be at. So it just kind of gives me an idea of what I'm working with, because I mean basically I'm taking 2 cars and making one out of it, more or less. So it kind of gives me a good idea, and I think it's going to work. Like I said, I'm over here now. I'm getting ready to pull the console out of the 300. So as you can see here, I got the seats out, passenger seat out. I'm getting ready to take the console out and just slowly start taking this thing apart. Now my next problem is going to be storage. Where am I going to store all this stuff out? Ethan and I have talked about moving the Lark out of its hole outside, covering it up while we tear this completely apart when we get time to do the engine, the floor pan out of this thing. But there's parts that we're wanting to sell. So I think we're going to take all of this, the parts that are going to be sold or up for sale. And I got my old band trailer in the backyard. It still has some equipment in it, so I have to rearrange that. But I think it'll give me enough room to store all these parts for now. And we'll see how that goes. So I got the console out now. And I took a piece of the carpet out. Since all this is molded in sections, it allowed me to get a better look at the floor pans, say that 3 times fast, and the 300, because I really was going to try to use them, but it's just going to be a lot of work, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So here it is. Now this is actually molded into the structure of the car, and this would be where the front seat would bolt in with the 90 coming down. And the more I look at this, time-wise, it's going to take forever to get it to work, because I would have to cut this section out because this floor needs to be, because it's down, hell, almost 4 inches. And I can't do that on that Lark. I would have to use the bottom section of the pan, but with all the dips and everything in it, time-wise, it's going to take forever, and I don't have a lot of time anymore. But that being said, I'm still going to cut the trans tunnel out of it because I'm going to need that part of it. And so that's kind of where I'm at with it. So I went back online, and there's a classic company, and I'll insert it into the video. So that's where we're at with the floor pans right now. I do have confirmation Hopefully they'll be in next Friday. So as soon as those come in, I'll be good to go on that. So now I'm gonna have to finish up the stuff I started with the lower rocker areas and stuff that I'm rebuilding. Go ahead and get those done, get them out of the way. When pans get here, I'll test fit and see what parts I'm gonna have to cut, adapt, or whatever else. But in the meantime though, I went ahead and jacked the engine back up out of this thing, put the truck pan in it, and it's got it where I'm wanting to sit now. So it allowed me to move the motor back another almost 2 inches. It allowed me to drop the engine down 1.5 inches. And the way things are looking now, looks like I'm going to be able to use the factory mounts for the engine, which should be right in here. So as soon as I get the other engine out, then I'll be able to mock those up. But definitely sitting a lot better. So I've got it all centered out. So like I said, all I gotta do now is get the other engine out, get the mounts out of it, because I need the plates to actually bolt to the block, and then the mounts to it. But I still got plenty of room back here in the back. I got just enough room right here, about fingers width, for the valve cover on this side. Barry got about 1.5 inches on the other side. So I think that's going to be her final resting place. So I got everything centered back here. So as soon as I get the engine out, I get the mounts on, get them mocked up, get the trans mount and cross member mocked up on that, and get it all welded in. Then I can pull this engine transmission out, get Kiwi's engine back on an engine stand, and hopefully start putting some floor pans in soon. But for now, that's going to be it, guys. Sorry, this ain't a whole lot of content right at the moment. I'm kind of like in between stages. But hopefully soon we'll have some good content on the Lark. Other than that, guys, you have a good one, a safe one, and we'll see you down the road.